Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to a new series here on HNE called Annotated. So with Annotated, we'll explore the how, why, and explain behind some of the most popular, current, and upcoming film and television franchises. So with this installment of Annotated, we'll be focusing on Marvel, both the Marvel Cinematic Universe and also other aspects of Marvel, like Marvel TV, Sony's Marvel Universe as well, and talking about all those things, and a lot of it might be speculative at times, but the most important part is that we're kind of going into things, exploring concepts, and hopefully exploring new things together. But definitely let us know any ideas for future episodes for Marvel Annotated you'd like to see us do. And with all that said and done, let's get into it. Since the confirmation that the Infinity Stones existed within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they've become a connective tissue of sorts between multiple franchises, eventually leading to Thanos' final battle with the Avengers. The Power Stone was introduced as the Orb in Guardians of the Galaxy, the Reality Stone was introduced as the Ether in Thor: The Dark World, the Time Stone was introduced as the Eye of Agamotto in Doctor Strange, the Space Stone was introduced as the Tesseract in Captain America: The First Avenger, the Mind Stone was introduced as a part of Loki's scepter in The Avengers, and of course the Soul Stone was introduced in Avengers: Infinity War. And while it's widely believed the stones were formed by various cosmic entities, the Celestials were shown to use them as weapons. And this was specifically shown in Guardians of the Galaxy when Eson the Searcher destroyed an entire planet using the Power Stone. And due to their immense abilities over aspects of existence, it's widely believed nothing could destroy them and they would eventually be used against Thanos come Avengers Endgame. However, this was kind of turned on its head during Thanos' revelation that he reduced them to atoms in Avengers Endgame. So since then, we've seen alternate timeline Infinity Stones, which will likely appear in the upcoming Disney Plus series Loki. But besides these duplicates, could they actually return to the main MCU timeline? Now, there is a comic book basis for this from the Infinity Wars event that took place in 2018 in Marvel Comics. And specifically during that event, near the end of it, there's a location visited called the God Quarry, aka Quarry of Creation. And protected by 3 elder witches of unknown origin, this realm is where gods absent of worshippers are sent and souls are collected. The quarry can also provide a being with powers of these various collected gods if they pass a test of their soul, which Thanos does in a totally separate event. And Loki doesn't really go through that, but due to all the craziness going on during the Infinity Wars event, he's able to access the quarry, which shows him the actual creation of various Infinity Stones. Now, in this special realm under the physical quarry, the Infinity Stones are mined, collected, and scattered across the multiverse by a group of Celestials. And these Celestials, seemingly independent of Celestials seen previously in Marvel Comics, are perceived by Loki to be some sort of puppet masters of the multiverse through how they distribute Infinity Stones across every universe here and there, stirring up chaos in seemingly a controlled manner. Now, it's an interesting revelation from the final issue of that event, which adds an extra mystery and layer to the nature of the Celestials. So if the Marvel Cinematic Universe would like to explore the mystery of the Celestials throughout the Eternals franchise, audiences likely would want to see that, especially what the Celestials within the MCU's relationship is with the Infinity Stones, because so far they're the only race we know to use them as weapons on a multiple basis without damage or death inflicted upon them, which is really interesting, because if Celestials are the true masterminds of the Infinity Stones, it likely would explain how they could create and presumably enhance cosmic beings such as the Eternals. And I say this because we've seen humans respond to Infinity Stone energies like Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, etc., by gaining vast superhuman abilities on par with what it seems like the Eternals have, or maybe at least to a slightly lesser degree. And it would also make sense the Eternals and Infinity Stones would play a part with the Celestials in some continued role, whether major or minor, because future MCU installments are leaning towards maybe at least 1 or 2 Infinity Stones being present yet again. And I say this because with their presumed appearance in the upcoming Loki series, that series is rumored to be setting up Kang the Conqueror for the greater MCU. And Doctor Strange himself in the Multiverse of Madness will likely need to reference at least the absence of the Infinity Stones, since it was the Eye of Agamotto and a crucial weapon against dark forces like Dormammu. So Maybe a way they can go about it is that the abuse of the Infinity Stones by Thanos and its multiple uses on Earth, maybe that attracts the Celestials to Earth to judge the planet. And an example of this could be how a lone Celestial like Ego appeared seemingly unaware of Thanos' activities in terms of gathering various Infinity Stones, or probably even the fact that Thanos had Infinity Stones, since Ego's plans kind of contradict with what Thanos wants, and likely Ego would have confronted Thanos and likely destroyed Thanos upon learning of what his plans were. But comment below your guys' thoughts, what do you guys think about this, and we'll see you guys later.